1 Hour Smart Home here, and today we're going to review the Eufy Smart Lock, which we've got right here. Now, this is the Eufy Deadbolt Smart Lock, also known as the Eufy C30 Smart Lock. However, this is very similar to other Eufy Smart Locks within the lineup, and all of them work on the same app and have very similar functionality and features in the software features. So if you're looking at a Eufy Smart Lock, this will probably give you a good in-depth review of some of the software features, as well as the functionality and how well this one has worked for me since I've had it. So this is a new door that was added, and I wanted to put a smart lock on it and wanted to try something new. I've had some Eufy devices before, but never a Eufy Smart Lock, so I wanted to test this one out. Now with this, you can control it from your phone, and or you can also put the code in or use a key, and I like having the backup functionality of both the hard key and the keypad, and then being able to use it from your phone and have all those smart accessibility features. In order to unlock or lock the Eufy Smart Lock, what we're going to do is go into the Eufy app, and then all you have to do is slide down, and that's going to lock or unlock the bolt right there. So that's pretty standard, and then if I want to lock it, all I'm going to do is slide that there again. Now, if I wanted to unlock it using the keypad, I can do so. Just enter my code and then press this button right here, and that's going to retract it. So pretty simple. And then for me to lock it, I'm going to enter the code again. So 1221, press the lock button, and then that's going to go right back out there. We're going to do a deep dive into the app features and software a little bit later, but I just wanted to go through a quick summary of my experience so far with the Eufy Smart Lock. So I've had this for about 3 months. I installed it at the beginning of summer, and what I've liked about it is it was very easy to install. It probably took me 20 or 30 minutes to install. I've got a video that shows you how to do that. But I think the features that I'm most happy with is having a mechanical backup key just in case anything ever goes down with the lock. I have that peace of mind that that will work. And then one of the other things that I really have liked about this is that it doesn't require any kind of hub or extra nodule or anything to that in order to set this up. So this connects directly to your Wi-Fi system. You don't need any kind of additional piece of hardware to connect to that then connects to your Wi-Fi systems, where many other smart locks do require that. So it just makes it simple. Now, the potential downside to not having a connecting device between this and your Wi-Fi network is that Wi-Fi does pull more power. And I'm at about the 3-month range. I've used this consistently a lot, and now the batteries are probably about 10 to 20% left. And that's something just to be aware of. This does go through batteries a little bit quicker than other smart locks because the Wi-Fi does draw so much power. A lot of the other smart locks out there probably last, I would say, maybe 4 to 8 months in terms of when you're going to need to replace those batteries if you're using them a lot. Now that also depends on the batteries and everything else. And I believe these are just stock low quality batteries that I've got in here. So these weren't anything meant to last a long time. So for me, the 3 months is pretty good. And I think if I had a higher quality battery in there, it would last longer. And or I could potentially use rechargeable batteries and see how long they last with the rechargeable batteries. A lot of smart locks say that you're not supposed to use rechargeable batteries, but I've used them in the past for other manufacturers and brands, and they've worked fine, and then I just go recharge the batteries rather than buying batteries all the time. Now, the reason that that battery differential is happening is because this is communicating with Wi-Fi that requires more power than other protocols like Zigbee or Z-Wave. Now, the downside to another communication protocol that maybe other manufacturers use, like Zigbee or Z-Wave, is that that does require another hub or a connecting piece. So you might have another piece that's plugged into the wall somewhere in order for this to operate. And that's what I like about this. This is just simple, ready to go. And then the software package works really well. And I haven't had any issues with it closing in terms of locking or unlocking every time that I've used it. It's worked fine. So in terms of reliability over the months that I've had it, it has worked good. Let's take a look at the app and software. Here we are in the Eufy app, and we just select the lock right here. Now, we already showed you, you can control the lock and open it or unlock it just by pulling down that tab. But what's nice is you can look in the events tab here, and it'll show you when it was unlocked and by who. So you can see it was locked manually, by guest, and then you can see all the different times when it was locked and who unlocked it. So you've got a full history of the events. So let's click on the settings tab up here in the right hand corner, and you can see our Wi-Fi connection is strong and then our battery is a little bit low. You can integrate this with a doorbell or a camera, but you can also turn on all these other features here. So you can have an auto lock with a timer. So if you want it to automatically lock whenever you leave, that's a nice option to have. You just slide that over. You can have one touch locking. So you just have to touch one button and then it will lock by pressing that confirm button, which is the check mark button, or you can put on the passcode, which we also have done. You've got wrong try protection. So after a certain number of wrong tries, it can then lock it down and give you a amount of time that it's locked down, and you can change all of these. So 3 attempts, 5 attempts, 10, or you can turn that completely off. You can scramble the passcode here. And what it does is basically just have random numbers in front, and then you have your passcode in the middle. So you can have random numbers at the beginning and the end, as it shows you right here, so that if someone was watching you, they wouldn't be able to decipher your code. So that's a nice option. There are a lot of features built into the settings tab here. You've got a lock sound. You can have it on or off. If you want it to be completely silent, you can do that. And then you've got lock calibration here. So if you change the door or anything like that, or if it's sticking when you get it inserted, you can calibrate the lock. We didn't need to do that on ours. You can have your notifications here if you want to be notified when it's locked or unlocked. And then you've got your general here. And in the general, you can just change the door name if you've got multiple doors, time setting, and then your internet connection if you need to change your Wi-Fi network or anything like that. And then let's go back here. Let's take a look at the manage access here. So you can add different accessibility. So we've got one here that is guest. If we want to put like another guest, let's say we've got someone visiting our home, we'll just put in guest 2, and we'll say maybe it's a cleaning person. Put that in and click done. Next. Now this is what I really like about the app here. You can have it so this is always accessible, or you can create a schedule or a one-time code. So let's say I just am having someone there for the day. I would have it start September 24th, and then I'd have it end the next day, confirm. Now, it goes from 12 a.m. to 12 a.m., but you could say, well, I only want them to be able to be there from, let's say, 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m. until we're going to make it 5:30 p.m. Confirm. Great. So now they can only have access one day during that time. So I like that. I'm going to click next. Now you would just create a passcode for them. Let's just do 112233, save, and that's going to be our passcode for that person. It's a one-time code. Now, let's say I wanted to change that accessibility. I'm going to go and I could just, let's get out of here. Let's add access. Let's do guest 3 next. And then let's do a schedule. This person can only access during certain times. So let's say they're going to be here for, I don't know, 6 till January, August 5th, or gosh, I have to go in the future here. So we'll do 2028, August 21st. Okay, that's a long time. But you can have it repeat, so they only have access on certain days. Let's say that we just want them there. We'll do the same thing, 8 a.m. and they only have access Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but they have access for a couple years on Tuesday and Wednesday, or you could make it Tuesday and Thursday, or whatever you want there. So overall, a lot of features there, and we'll make another code, 2255, save. And then what's nice is it's so easy to add the access that it's not a big deal once you manage these access codes. Let's say you just want to delete our cleaning people, you just delete access. No problem there. Guest here, delete access, and you're all good. So, and you could just recreate those codes, no problem, for whatever you want to do. Overall, the Eufy Smart Lock has worked out well for me. It's been reliable, it was easy to install, and it has all the app functionality that I'm looking for. Now, one of the biggest selling points of the Eufy Smart Lock is that it typically falls in at a much lower price point than other competitive smart locks. This was one of the least expensive smart locks that I could find on the market with all the features that I wanted. And as of 2025, it was still under that $100 price range, which makes it really attractive if you're looking to add smart home functionality to your home, but you're not looking for a big budget price on a smart lock. So overall, this has been reliable for me. It's worked well. I'm looking forward to trying it with some higher quality batteries and or rechargeable batteries to see how long those last, since I just had whatever I had laying around and I threw that in there. But overall, I've had a good experience with it. The software's been easy to use, and it's always let me in whenever I needed to get in and always let me out whenever I needed to get out. And with this key right here, it gives you some peace of mind that you're always going to be able to get in and out no matter what happens. Batteries die, anything like that. You've got this key that you can put somewhere to be able to access no matter what happens. So thanks for watching this review on the Eufy Smart Lock and Eufy Smart Deadbolt. We hope you enjoyed. Please give us that thumbs up, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.